Okay, guys, just you have the link of the broadcasting in the left corner, right? So you can share the link with your parents or whenever you want to see it. I know you don't want to, but you should. So 1 sec. Anna, share your screen, please. 1 second, just for to try. I haven't shared the link, okay? Nobody has the link, don't worry. We're just trying.
That's my beautiful presentation, by the way.
Wait, let me check. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. Okay, thank you, Anita. You can stop sharing. Okay, guys, so this is how it's going to work. So, of course, you're going to take turns. When you are not speaking, you have to turn off the camera, okay? Because everything is seen there. And as soon as you start speaking, you turn on the camera for you to appear in the screen. Is that clear? Okay. 1 sec.
So we turn it off right now, just for me to know.
No, wait. No. At 2:30. At 2:30. I'm just sharing the link with the teachers of the group. One sec. Okay, guys. Isas, are you ready?
Teacher, can you give me a minute, please? I am trying to enter by my dad's computer because I can't share my screen with my.
Okay, Isa, but could you please hurry up a little bit?
Yes, don't worry, don't worry.
So, Manu, can you turn off the camera, please? Thank you, Manu. Okay, good afternoon to everybody. Today we're going to have our Upper B's presentations. Okay, the guys are going to present some podcast about some interesting topics and some thought-provoking topics. So we're going to start with Isa Ospina and Isa Arango, okay? So, Isa, ready? We're just having some technical problems. We just have to wait a few minutes. So whenever you're ready, ladies. Hello, Isa.
Yes, teacher is sent through right now.
Okay. Go, ladies.
Okay, so hello. Our names are Isa Arango and Miss Ospina. And we're gonna talk about social networks and their influence in the lives of many people around the world. Uh, to start, I'm going to explain more about what do you mean by social networks. Social networking is the use of internet-based social media sites to stay connected with friends, family, college, customers, or whoever you want. Social networking can have a social purpose, a business purpose, or both through sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, among others.
Okay, I'm going to talk about how these social networks are so important and essential for our lives. For many people, there is something essential that people can't live without them, and this has two main reasons: the entertainment that it offers and the job opportunities that all of them have. So the entertainment is the principal reason why the social media is so important. They offered us videos, music, photos, games, and the possibility to share and seeing the lives of people that we follow. Social media, more than a source of entertainment, is to a source of working. This due to the popularity that those have. The undertakings, brands, and the famous people through the advertising and the creation of the content are paid in order to have like more sales in the products that they often offer.
Okay, to introduce us a little more on the subject of social networks, we will get the opinion of some experts and scientists around the world who have let us know their point of view. Okay, for example, for Manuel Castells, one of the sociologists who has written the most on the digital subject and a mandatory reference about this, when talking about digital communication, social networks represent an opportunity for social change. Castells argues that these platforms can become a lever for social change, since they can achieve that what impossible can be achieved through communication networks and digital collaboration. In his latest book, Networks of Indignation and Hope, Social Movements in the Internet Age, Castells places the web as a powerful ally of those who are somehow exposed to the networks of economy and political power, endowing them with sufficient strength to conceive and carry out social change actions that flow from the digital world to the physical world. In the opposite case, we have a Noam Chomsky. He's a linguistic by training and one of the key figures on the American left, who questions what the internet and social networks have built in a contemporary societies. Chomsky explains that in some way the networks creates a mistaken sense of belonging and autonomy, because when we build in relationships based on digital interactions, we only have a false idea of a friendship is built as superficial and limited. It also considers that the neutrality of the net is in doubt, since giants companies like Google or Facebook collect large amounts of data about individuals, which they will then use as a part of their commercial strategies. I don't know. Such is the amount of information they collect. Chomsky believes that is beyond what any government can collect on its own. For this reason, collaboration between both entities is in common right now.
Okay, for the people is being so focused on entertainment on the network at the point of lose the track of the time spending 1, 2, or 3 hours on a row in from the screen. And they thinking that they haven't spent more than half on an hour. This in a long term can cause vision problems because the excessive time in front the screen and its brightness. Also, it can give us a big problem that is that the people become lazy. So it affecting the health and the physical conditions already obtained.
Okay. Let's talk about the trending topic of the social networks. Uh, we have the ranking of the most used social networks. We have Facebook with 87% and YouTube with 68%. The one with the most young followers are Instagram and Twitter with 67% and 76%. Uh, let's review this topic. In the position number one, we have Facebook. We start with the most famous social network in the world. And for years, it has grown the top of being the most used. This social network is very attractive. It is also easy to use, interact with other users, and allows various types of formats such as images, text, videos, and something else. Although in recent years, it has been quite affected due to the data protection scandal. In the second place, we have YouTube. The YouTube video platform is the third most used social network and is mainly due to its great capacity for interaction with other networks and the boom of influencers of YouTubers. It is also of the fastest growing in number of users and is one of the best valued along with Instagram and Spotify. In the third place, we have Instagram, another of the most used social networks in the world, and it has been able to break through among the youngest who consider it is the most important and relevant social network right now. Like YouTube, it is among the younger generation between 16 and 23 years old, and for the second time in a row, it is the one of network that attracts the most new users. This platform has managed to integrate the photo and video option in a simple format, and even the option of fleeting stories has made users share their daily content from their day to day with or their followers. And in the fourth place, we have Twitter. This year, Twitter opens with worse data than last year, as it is the network with the highest abandonment rate. Although it remains one of the networks with the most mention, its notoriety rate has fallen compared to the last 2 years.
Live my life or share it on the networks. That phrase means that as social networks being so important, they begin to have a greater weight in the person's lives. Many of these suffer in different psychological and physical problems like depression and eating disorders. Those are produced by the criticisms that the people gives and the desire to have more likes, more comments, more follows, and more interactions in the posts that the people have in their social networks, which cause them to become into a false life where only a perfect side is always showing.
Okay, to finish with this presentation, we have some conclusion about social networks. And Isa.
Okay. The social networks are mainly used by teenagers and they classified according to the proposed by three groups: the specialisms, the light scope, and the hypers. Despite the novel lights, it is evident that social networks allow the social interactions with continue over the time, allowing that to a better communication, and that's why we have to take preventions like the privacy and the secure the manage and a good manage about the social networks. And in this way, we could enjoy all the tools that the social networks give to us.
Okay, its main objective is to establish contact with people. In this way, it is possible to affirm that they are a community similar to the physical communities that everyone knows. There are some advantages with respect to the use of them at a personal and business level. For example, reuniting with people, establishing professional connection, uh, conducing forums, getting to know products of interesting to consumers, direct relationships with customers, among others. At the same time, there are some disadvantages, such as no relevant data regarding the image of a company, abuse of platforms, violating of privacy, addiction, use for criminal acts, among others. And to finish, never forget that you are responsible for your share and what you post on your network.
Thank you for the attention.
Okay, ladies, you can stop sharing the screen. Thank you so much, Isa. Okay, ladies, very interesting. We even have some reactions from Claudia and Laura Calle, who says that is very interesting information, and it's more important right now, nowadays, with all those issues we're having, with the internet and all that stuff. So thank you so much. Okay, Lucas wrote in the chat that he has a question. So let's listen to Lucas. Lucas?
Okay, so In your personal opinion, is social media good for us?
Yes, I think, but when you use in a good way.
I think that yes, it's good for us because it has too many advantages that can give us a better knowledge. But if we use it in the good way, it will better.
Okay. Guys, just one little parenthesis. Remember, you have to turn on the cameras every time you speak, okay? Because it's kind of rude that you speak and everything that people see is just a black screen, okay? So remember that. Okay, so as we don't have more questions, so we're going to continue with our second presentation, which is from Juanes. Juan Esteban is going to speak about advertising. Okay, so let's listen to him. Juan is ready.
Okay, hello, my name is Juan Esteban and I'm going to speak about the advertising. Okay, first of all, I speak a little definition of what is advertising. Okay, advertising is a marketing communication that employs openly sponsor no personal message to promote or sell a product, service, or an idea. Okay, moment. Okay, the next is to speak about the history of the advertising and how we start these topics. Okay, the first manifestation of advertising in the human history that of Egyptian that use papyrus that are like pergamins for maize sales message was posted about political campaigns or sales of various products. A commercial message and political campaigns displays have been found in the ruins of Pompeii and in the some cultures or in the Arabic and Persian Ocean. Eh, okay. One of the cultures that has more advance in the terms of the advertisements was the Asian Greens and Rome. And one of the most important topics that they use for marketing for us was with wall or road painting for commercial advertising. That is another manifestation of Asian advertising for, which is present today in many parts of Asia, Africa, and South America. The tradition of wall painting can be traced back to Indian rock art paintings that date back to 4,000 years before Christ. Okay, the modern advertising began to take shape with the advent of newspapers and magazines in the 16th and 17th centuries. The very first weekly gazettes appeared in Venice in the early 16th century. From there, the concept of weekly publication spread to Italy, Germany, Netherlands, and all the rest of Europe and after to America and the other continents. One of the most important newspapers that use the advertising for pay the cost for printing and distribution was the the British the British newspaper that was published by 72 to 1735, almost from the outset newspaper carried advertising to the freight cost of printing and distribution. The least commercial advertisements were for boots and quick medicine, but by the 1650s, the variety of products being advertised had increased in market. Okay, the next are some curious dates about the advertising like a business, because advertising is a business of millions of dollars. Ok, entonces, entonces, for example, social media advertising budgets have doubled worldwide from 60 billion in 2014 to 31 billions for in 2016. 77 of Twitter users appreciates a brand more when their tweet is respond to it takes about 10 hours or on average for business to respond to a tweet. Even though customers want to a response within 4 hours. Okay, the next date, average advertising cost for a small business operation that use Google Ads as a part of their online advertising strategy are between 9,000 and $10,000 per month. 76 of marketers fail to use behavioral data for online targeting. If the average person gets bombarded with over 1,700 banner ads per month, but we only see the half of them. 84 people expect brands to create content, about 45 of B2C, that is when the company search to the principal consumer. Marketers be like visual content in their most important type of content, while 88 of B2B, what is the strategy when the business contact with other business. Marketers argue that creating content makes their audience view the organization as a credible and trust resource. For finally, the most expensive advertising campaign of all time was created by Chanel. It cost 33 millions of dollars, and which 3 millions was paid to Nicole Kidman. That was the start of the campaign. And for finally, how is the presence of the advertising? Because in a lot of years, the advertising has been changed to be what is today. Okay. The advertising is now concentrated in the internet with influencers or the ads in the social network and more. And because it's the means of communication that most people use, because today everyone use the internet for search information or for search some entertainment. And that is the reason of online advertising continuing to grow rapidly, with over 229 billions invested globally in online advertising in 2017, to 33.5 billions by 2020, more than 50% the growth up of the advertising in the online medias, with over 2 million users of social network spending on social media ads alone grown to over 35 million in 2017 from virtually nothing in 2010. Social media in 2010 is because the online in the 21st century is grow up a lot of and generate money all the time. Okay, social media is particularly popular with the companies because the advertisements were easy to user demographic data such as age, interest, spending habits, and more about the public that he want to sell something. Okay, this is my presentation.
Okay, Juanes, thank you so much. Okay, Juanes, I have a question for you. You're speaking about advertising. So right now, like the most common type of advertising right now is with the influencers and all those people, right? What do you think about them?
Is because is no of nowadays because the advertising with the patrons are with athletes and other people, and I think that is a new way for get word to another people that is into the business of the advertising. It's a new way to to uh, to work with the brands and the companies uh, be marketing to the product.
Okay, Juanes. Cool. So what about the salaries? Because I mean, there is like nowadays in the social media, there is like a huge discussion about the salaries of Instagrammers related to, I mean, like as a contrast with the salaries of doctors and engineers and all those professions. So what do you think about it? Do you think they really deserve those high salaries?
I think that is the problem of that is not in nowadays everything is money, and like the influence generate more money than a doctor or an engineer, they win more money because for this the for our society is more important the money than the rest.
Okay, Juanes. Thank you so much. Juan is very interesting. Thank you. I don't know what you're going to tell to Santiago. But okay, so we're going to continue with our next podcast, which is Lucas's podcast. Okay, he's going to talk about gender equality, which is a pretty interesting topic nowadays, right? So, Lucas, we're ready.
Okay, so well, as the teacher said, the topic that I choose is the gender equality. Well, the reason is because I can believe that we are so advanced in a lot of things, and still in these days, problems like the men taking advantage of women, or even the woman taking advantage of men. I don't believe that. So this is what I'm going to talk in the first place. The equality of both sides. I think that when you take advantage of someone, you are like um just saying like they being disrespectful with all they believe and like that. I don't know if I you got me or like or something like that. And we in our society we have to learn that even the men to the woman, they are the same important to us. Without one of them, we just be, but I think we wouldn't exist. I think that when a boyfriend kills her girlfriend because the girlfriend left him or anything like that, it's horrible because every you are not the owner of a person. Every person has the their own decision, their own thing, their thoughts, and like that. And so I continue with this, and it's that when someone says no, it's no, because here in Colombia, I have seen a lot when when there's a girl in the party and a stupid man just go and the girl doesn't want to dance, they take her very very strong or something like that, or even the the people that rape someone because the other girl said no. And we this is like, I don't know, like in their homes there was an education, and we have to think that when someone says no is no, because because that we can't make someone do something that she doesn't want or he doesn't want. The We have to respect. We have to start to understand that we are not here to take advantage of someone. Then I don't know if you know her. I think no. I think not. But she's a transgender woman, and her name is Alexa. Okay, so Alexa was killed a year ago, I think, and she was killed because some people doesn't like that she went like she had a normal life. Some people just don't like that she started being a man, and then she would like to be a woman. Some people didn't like that she go like to the church or to a party or something like that. And I think we have to fight for the transgender people, for even for the gays or the lesbians, because they could be even more good people than we are actually. So so I don't know why, like not right now, no, not the generation of the 2000, like that. No, the generation like the people have fast 30 years or 40 years, like always is saying that is wrong, that if you like men is wrong, or you like a woman is wrong, or if you don't like to be a man is wrong. I don't know. I think that um they deserve the same way to treat that everybody, because they are normal people. They also have feelings, they also have goals, and it isn't cool that we just um, take out someone of the society because their sexual taste and like that. Okay, this is that I think that every woman is beautiful. Every woman has had a quality that makes her gorgeous, that makes her beautiful. And when someone, I mean, says that you are ugly, or you are the worst of all, I think this is wrong to say, even to the woman, to the man, and like that. I don't think someone would like them to say that you are the worst, or something like that. I think every single person has something important to show to the world, to make for the world. And we as society have to learn that when we start correcting these mistakes, we will be a better society. We have to to respect the others, because a type of skin, or the sexual taste, it could be different. And I don't know why there are still people that just continues abusing, or saying bad things like that. I don't know. And so here are the most important women that show us that the women are in the have the same capabilities that the men, or even more. The woman, without the woman, the man would be nothing. I have always thought that, because if you start to think the thanks to the woman, we grow up with good values and like that. And so yes, these are the women that have 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 given the world a very good history today. And to end, this is the hashtag empower, that I support this because I think that, how I said before, without the woman we wouldn't be nothing. We I just think like this. You know that in the Bible it says that the woman was created thanks to the rib of the man of Adam. Since I don't think this so, because actually we we get out from a woman. We born thanks to the woman and the effort of a woman. There's in our life always there will be a woman that give us love, give us support. So I just say that we have to stop right now the how we see the things, how we see that the maybe the girls are weaker than us, but that's not true. And yes, thank you for paying attention.
Lucas, thank you so much. So we have more reactions. This topic is kind of controversial, right? But it's good to talk about it, okay? Lucas, there is a question from Laura Calle. She's asking, why do you think Latin America is the region that is the most affected by these violent situations?
Okay, well, because we still have a lot of things to learn. We still like thinking that we, I don't know, sincerely, we have a lot of to learn. We have to start to respect, and here the people doesn't, how to say it, doesn't cares a lot about what the others feel, about what how the others live. We just care if we are comfortable, we are okay, and that's not true. So I think that's the reason.
Okay, Lucas, so do you think there is something in our culture, like something like chauvinism in our culture that makes us be more violent than the others?
um well, I don't say that like that. It's just like we are like like the same education that is gave us from home. That I think that's the reason, because like in home always is shown like us like the girl is weak, you know. Well, in my house no, but I know that in other houses yes. And yes, it's like from there, in the same school, in the same places that you go, the I think that that's the problem, that we hadn't understand that the girl has the same capabilities.
Okay, Lucas, that's it. Thank you so much. You can turn off the camera and we're going to continue with the next presentation, which is Manuela and Sophie. So let's do it, girls.
Okay, hello.
My name is Sofia.
And my name is Manuela, and today we are talked about abortion.
Okay. An abortion is the termination of a pregnancy, is the death and expulsion of the fetus before 5 months of pregnancy.
After this date, and up to 28 weeks of pregnancy is called immature birth, and pattern birth if you are more than 28 weeks old.
Okay. We are going to talk about the most common types of abortion that are spontaneous abortion and induced or provoked abortion.
Okay, spontaneous abortion. A miscarriage is considered to be the loss of pregnancy before 26 weeks, when the fetus is not yet able to survive safely outside the mother's womb. A miscarriage occurs when a pregnancy ends operate is occurs in 8 to 15% of pregnancies. Most miscarriages, both the known and unknown, they happen in the first 12 weeks of pregnancy, and sometimes do not require a type of intervention. Similarly, most induced abortion occur before 12 weeks.
And induce or provoke abortion is the result of maneuvers practiced with the intention on interrupt the pregnancy. It can be with medicines or another elements. The maneuvers can be carried out by the pregnant woman herself or by another person.
Okay. Introduced abortion in Colombia. In 2006, the Constitutional Court in Colombia replaced the upside absolutely prohibition of induced abortion, allowing to produce in 3 cases.
Okay, the first case is when the continuation of the pregnancy um, constitutes a risk to the life and physical, mental, and social health of the woman. The second case is when the continuation of the pregnancy is a risk for the life of the fetus because it can have malformation or something.
Okay, between 2005 and 2017, it is 28 women died from the basic cause of pregnancy terminated by abortion. However, they have no figures to the last 3 years, and organizations warn on who under registration. Okay. Did you know in Colombia abortion has been illegal since 2006?
We are going to talk about the clandestine abortion. An abortion is an issue that goes beyond like ideologies. It is a public health issue, both physical and mental, which affects above all the sectors with the highest poverty rate in the world. Um, usually the women do a clandestine abortion because they fear of being criminalized drugs in Colombia. In the abortion can put their lives at risk.
Okay, according to the Profamilia in 1998, clandestine abortion are professional each year.
25.2% of women criminalized for abortion in Colombia are minors, and 30% represent some kind of complication, and 10% trigger the death of the pregnant woman.
Okay, we finish. You have questions? I don't know.
Okay, ladies, yes. We just have reactions about how awesome these topics are. Like they are like difficult topics, you know, like sensitive topics, but they affect our society a lot, okay? I don't know, Stefan has a question, but I don't think Stefan wants to say it. So let's leave it there. Let's wait a little bit if maybe we have some questions in the chat. Right, from Mr. Edier. Please. Okay, I guess there are no questions. Okay, ladies, cool. Nice topic. Gosh, so difficult. Okay, so we're going to continue with our next presentation, which is the one Paula and Juliana. Please, ladies.
Okay, Paranormal Things by Juliana Grisales and Paula. Wait, I don't know what happened. Okay, we are going to start saying that this topic includes everything about abnormal things as about ordinary. This paranormal phenomena implies the presence of life that comes from another world. Also, that implies the relationship with something or someone that comes from another world. The reality is that there are other people who establish their security on the experience that they lived, in which the extraordinary things like demonstrate their presence or contact them. And Juliana, you can.
The study of paranormal phenomena occupies an important place in our Western culture today. Although this cannot be considered a formal science, there is no exclusive reason that that tell us why this type of phenomenon is always important or popular in our culture. One of the possible approaches to this uncertainty has to do with the fact that humans beings cannot resolve all their doubts and questions on issues as broad as life, death, the afterlife, and the possibility of continuing to live in another way another way of existence. These uncertainties lead to explains that have to do with the sensory and the experimental elements that no one can deny or question since they are highly personal. Paula.
Okay, in addition, many of these things are supposed to have been used for the cinema and series that since they receive like a special attention from the consumers. We are going to tell you some stories that we found. Yes, and these are paranormal stories. Yes. Okay. I'm going to start. My story is about two little sisters. They were twins, and also they were also together. They were go to school together, and obviously their mom were with them. One day they were going to school, and they were run over because of the situation. Their mom was so sad, and yeah. By the time the mother became pregnant, coincidentally, yes, the babies were twins, and also they were identical to the girls that died when they were going to school. One day they were going to school, and almost they were run over by a car, but the mother saved them. Um, the mother told them that she don't want to lose them again, but they respond, or that they respond something terrified to the mom. The girls say that they never left, so they always were with the mother, and they will never leave the mother alone again. And so, and Juliana, you can continue.
Okay, my history is about, is the name, Luther. It's about father and his children. He goes to hunting in a forest, and when they arrive at this forest, he noted that in this forest is silence. There are not birds, there are no animals. Is totally silence, and he thinks that is because this forest is a um, private private sorry, a private zone to hunting, and a friend to the father is the owner. So they make the tent and go to see if they can see any animal or anything to do. But again, there are no silence, there are no animals and anything. So they come back to the tent, and they see that the tent are sorry, that the tent that the tent was collapsed. Sorry, I don't remember well. So the tent was collapsed, and they think that is because the tent don't put well. So they make the tent again, and he goes to sleep. In a couple hours later, Evan, the children, wakes up because they hear a person too loud, and so he thinks that he dreams, but because in this forest we are only he and his father. Later, he wakes up because their father is to see anxiously for all the camp, and so he asked to what happened, and he says that if he can hear a person low. In this moment, Evans knows that he didn't to dream. So later, they both turned attention back to just listen the law, but is stopping, and he only to he only to make a decision that praying, and for several minutes when they don't hear anything, they go out that this forest and turn out to their house. When they say to the property, they say that it's impossible that we are all other person in here forest because he have cameras and security, and the unique that enters to the forest are they. That's no more.
Okay, for finish our podcast, we wanted to put a song, but I don't know why, and that's all. I want to say sorry because I couldn't put the presentation good, and okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Nice topic, very interesting, right? And very scary. I mean, during this time, today, October 31st. Okay, it's 3:28. I know we finished class at 3:30, but we're going to continue because we have 2 more presentations, okay? So don't go. And we're going to continue with Stefa's presentation, okay? So Anita, I guess your question is for another day because it's quite late, okay? So, Anna, yes, your turn, please.
Okay, give me 5 seconds. Okay. Okay. My presentation is about why we should become vegans or vegetarians. First of all, I want to make clear what's the difference between vegetarians and vegan. A vegetarian is a person that doesn't eat meat. And vegan is a person that doesn't feed from any kind of food that comes from animals. For example, milk or cheese or things like that. Okay. At the beginning, why did humans start to eat meat? At the beginning, humans beings just fed from fruits, vegetables, and flowers. But then, with the activity that they were doing, they needed more energy, and they start to feeding from animals. And later, it becomes a custom. Okay, what are the effects of meat on us? One of the components of the meat is a carcinogen that it's a component that produces cancer, and it produces mainly colon cancer. But meat can also produce heart diseases, low cholesterol diseases, decrease your blood pressure, hypertension, and diabetes. Nevertheless, meat is a big font of energy, but that doesn't mean that we couldn't get it from plants or vegetables. Okay, what is the environmental impact of the milk production? The livestock sector, that is the one that is from farms and meat, is the one that causes more than half of the greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases mainly is carbon dioxide. And that's even more than the transportation sector. That sector is trains, cars, ships, and others. That means that taking the meat of the animals evolved a big damage for everyone in the world and produced global warming. Furthermore, livestock farming is one of the main reasons for deforestation, which produces lost biodiversity and reduce the production of oxygen. This is caused because of the overpopulation. And the demand of meat has increased, so the production has done it too. Around 7.6 billion of people feed from meat. That's about 89.4% of the total population. So you can see how much of the livestock sector has to produce for basically 7.6 billion people. Okay, can we get the same nutrients for plants? You can see in the graphic that the plants take their nutrients, vitamins, everything from the sun. Then the animals and us take it from the plants. Then we, the humans, take it from animals. But when we take it from animals, we can also get diseases that the animals get, and also chemicals that are used to increase the production of the animals. So that can produce so many diseases. Nowadays, there are some companies that seek for make veggie meat that actually look, smell, taste, and sound like meat. Those companies are Beyond Meat and Impossible. Okay. What are the effects? What effects have become vegetarian or vegan? But, well, first of all, you can help you to prevent different diseases, avoid toxins, and it's a great easy way to lose weight. And that give you an opportunity to live longer. Also, you can prevent global warming, and it's a way you can save a great part of your money because we spend half of our money in meat. And you can enjoy a cruelty-free meal. And well, that's all to short the presentation. You have any questions?
Okay, thank you, Anita. So good presentation. Are you vegetarian or vegan?
Well, talking about that, I am trying to become a vegetarian, but it's so hard. So I'm starting to
make little changes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little steps. Maybe in the future I can become a vegetarian or a vegan.
Okay, but why? Why do you want to become? I mean, because of the animals? Because
I love animals. I have a dog. I love my dog. Okay. She's the most beautiful thing that I have ever had in my life.
Okay.
So I'm really, for me, it's really important the ecological part. So I don't want to hurt other people in an indirect way. So it's the best way to do it and save the planet.
Okay, thank you so much. So, and finally, we've got our last presentation, which is Stefa's presentation. So Stefan, let's do it. She apologizes because she cannot turn on the camera. Okay, so we're just going to listen to what she has to say.
Yes, teacher. Are you watching, teacher?
Yes, I can watch now. Yeah.
Okay, I am Estefania, and my project is based on emotional stability. As such, I'm going to talk about how to maintain our emotional stability. To start, stability is the positive part of our personality. I mean, this covers our values and the principles that we have. Talk about this topic and how to maintain it is important because being stable helps us to live better and it influences in our decision making and even our mood. This also helps us to define our personality and our temperament. To clarify, our temperament is inherent for our family, and our personality is what we have been building throughout our which means that in one way or another, our personality is defined by the stability we have. But if we have a weak personality, a lot of things could affect us, but if we have a strong personality, these things couldn't affect. Of course, if we are emotionally stable, we will have the ability to manage our lives and to have emotional stability. We must also be mentally strong. That this influence in our decision making, as I said before, and this also has an effect on the life of those around us, as our family and our friends. And now I'm gonna give some tips. Yes. The first, try not to argue with strange. This many times happens due to lack of social or communication skills that can end up in making us explode and lose control. These things trigger negative and unhealthy things for our lives, and I think that you can get sick for this. And the second, don't envy. Feeling jealous for what others have can lead to depression and destroy yourself. You must do your things without worrying about the others. The things you do for yourself and for you are more than enough. With the time you can achieve more. The third, enjoy the moments when you can be alone. You can know yourself. Think about things you want to change in your life. Give yourself the courage you need, and above all, learn to love yourself. Fourth, learn to accept failures. Failures can make us feel dissatisfied and even cause anxiety. So I think you can go to the hospital for this. If we accept this, we don't take it as something negative. We must take it as something that we can check to improve. Finally, in conclusion, being emotionally stable can take a long time, but it's also very consistent, and meditating is a good thing. This helps us relax and connect with ourselves. Yes, teacher. Finally, thank you.
Okay, Stefan, thank you so much. Beautiful topic, right, Stefan? I mean, it's so important, especially in those types of crises, like a lot of people are having problems with their emotional health. Okay, guys, so we're already finished. I'm going to finish with some comments we've got in our chat, right? Some people say that congratulations, it's awesome to have these spaces to discuss the topics that affect our society and affect us. Jason Avila says, hello guys, these topics are very interesting. It's a good way for communicating your ideas. These situations are really problematic in our society. It's important that you young people search solutions about it, and or we have the information. And he hopes that you get good grades. I hope so too. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for everybody, and thank you so much for watching. See you next class. Okay, you're free to go. Thank you.
Bye, teacher. Have a nice
Bye,
day.
teacher. Thank